Go.
When people give me compliments such as, "Nice job on your speech, Dean," or "You played well today in soccer," these sentences have an effect on our brain. This sentence works too. "Dean, you are not very good at soccer." You see, words with tone and emotion filled with them have both positive and negative effects on our brain, body, and mental health. Hi, my name is Dean Leventhal, and I'm here to tell others that not only words have the power to affect the human body, but how they also can persuade others. This would save a lot of war and violence towards the future. Imagine a world so peaceful just using words to heal it. When I was in school, my friends and I couldn't play football at recess anymore from an unfair rule the principal had made. Everyone in my friend group, including me, felt annoyed and angry at the principal from the unfair call. I bet everyone who's listening to this has felt the same way. But here's the power that few people use. Before we were about to rage, we decided to write a peaceful and persuasive letter to get our football at recess back. Words in forms of letters, conversations, emails, texts, chats, or other forms of communication have three giant effects on one another. First, persuasion is important because if there is ever a conflict that could potentially involve physical force, writing letters to reason out topics would save a lot of death, miscommunication, and war. This concept of the power of words could also be as simple as getting something you may want. Secondly, pleasant words or sentences as simple as complimenting someone's shoes may brighten their day or affect their mental health in a positive way. Thirdly, unpleasant words or rude forms of communication could make someone else feel bad about themselves. Not everyone can recognize this when being negative to one another. After we wrote our letter to the principal, she quickly got back to us saying that she appreciated our opinion and she agreed that the rule could have been more clearly stated, giving us football back for the rest of the year. After we got this news, we were surprised, just like any of you. How could words affect a principle to make a difference or change? Well, everybody, words can change one's day to one's life because there's always another choice than war. Meaning, there is always another decision than conflict. Conflict is what makes Earth imperfect. What if Earth could be perfect? Masaru Emoto, a famous Japanese doctor and writer, for his test on water crystals, had an experiment on how words are powerful. Dr. Emoto took crystallized water and exposed it near videos, typed sentences, words, and other forms of both pleasant and unpleasant forms of language to see how the crystals in the water would react. The crystals near positive language, with words such as "thank you," formed bigger and more beautiful crystals, while the negative words such as "I want to kill you" made the other crystals become smaller, or they began to create an ugly shape. Emoto's experiment was simply to see and show how words make sounds that travel through the air and affect things such as water, which was shown by how the crystals were affected. This experiment is very controversial amongst scientists and people, but if that is what words can do to water, which is 60 to 70% of our bodies, imagine what it can do to our feelings, minds, and confidence. So how could this affect our life, you say? Well, if everybody could try to incorporate using words and being mindful with them in their daily lives, then this world has the potential of being a non-toxic community. Then the Earth has a likely chance of having maturity and using this gift to prevent conflicts and wars all throughout the world permanently. A lot of people, especially in school, make jokes about others and think it's funny. But going back to what Dr. Emoto's experiment was to prove, we should all think about the person who's getting made fun of, because that connects to the crystals, how they were affected. But if we want to get to that level in life, we all have to understand that words are powerful. Thank you.